Well, some of our children are back. Please come forward.
Yo-yo! Where have you been? We missed you. Is Juju here? Yes. You look great. We missed you. You feeling okay? Are you worn out? Did you finally get your cousins away back to Korea?
They're still here.
Oh, they came back to Bloomington? Oh, well, okay, I won't go there then, will I? Well, it was fun, but it's kind of worried about, and then you moved, didn't you? So you got into a home, and you got 2 stories now in the house that you're living in. A lot more money. That's, you look great. So there. Missed you. What? I don't think we wanted to know that, did we? No, we won't talk about that, will we? Okay. I want to tell you a secret. Do you ever have times in your life that you're not really happy? Do you ever have times that you're mad at your brother? He's still bigger than you are, isn't he? And that'll last about 4 or 5 more years, so get used to it. Do you ever feel lonely? Do you ever get scared? Sometimes. Do you ever get angry? Do you at your sisters? Do you ever get upset? I doubt if you do, because you're the perfect son, aren't you? Yeah. He is a perfect lad. He is too. He's the best. Well, I got a way to help you. When you're feeling upset and sad or mad or glad, I want you to imagine this is what I did. It really works. This is what I do, and it really works. And this is true. At all times, guess who I walk with? Or I should say, who walks with me? Jesus. And it's true. So if Jesus is walking with me, and I see something I don't like that makes me mad, do you think I'm going to still get mad? Well, sometimes I do, but I try not, because I know Jesus is there. I think it's important. Now, let's say I'm frightened. Now, I can't do anything about being scared, but if Jesus is with me, how might I feel? Not scared. Well, not as scared. That's true. You do feel better. No, you're exactly right. Now, here's something. Let's see. Yes, I'll ask you. What if you're tempted to do something that your mother and father wouldn't approve of? That wouldn't happen to be with you anytime, would it? No, of course not. Including lying, right? That's right. So let me think. So if you're walking with Jesus and you're tempted to do something you know your parents wouldn't like, maybe what would you not do? What you're tempted to do. So what's important to understand is to imagine throughout your life that Jesus is walking with you. Oh, and how are you doing? I missed you this weekend. Are we going to practice next weekend? Maybe? I hope so. We had a lot of fun last weekend. All right. Yes, Alexander, I'm teaching in manly art of bow hunting, and we're just having a great time with that, aren't we? All right. Now, what I want you to do, Logan, are you really tired? Would you like some coffee? No? Would you like some sugar snacks? No? How about coffee and a Milky Way? No. Okay. How would you like to go to your class? Yes? 5. While they're walking, I wanted to welcome Aline back. We missed you all summer. Good to see you. And Aida, you made it back from wilderness camp all right?
Yeah.
Did your mother serve? You know, your mother didn't have her, what do they call those things? Cell phone.
And she was very upset. Did it upset you that you didn't have one for 3 weeks?
No.
Great. Just like your parents didn't let you see TV, kill your telephone. And I have a friend of mine from the Evansville area, Wally Painter. I want to wish you welcome here. Wally is one of the leading activists and one of the great guys that I know that works in saving people that have AIDS and saving their lives. And I really appreciate it. It was written up in the Evansville Magazine. I'm really glad to see you here. And I'll be having lunch with him following service. Well, with that said, we need to turn our attention now to the concerns of the church, particularly the Church Universal. And I would ask that if we have any prayers that needed to be lifted up this morning, that we do that. I noticed, Jim, are you here with your family or some of your family?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to recognize your family without embarrassing them?
I hope so. Stand up.
Please do that.
This is my daughter, and she and I got to fly together. She's an airline pilot.
That's what I was thinking
And
for.
this is my sister here, who's
U.S. Air.
Yes, Aaron. And your sister. Well, welcome. It's good to see you.
She's retired from Dean Food. She's a paralegal there,
Wonderful.
and they're both here to hold my hand a
To
little bit.
hold your hand. Well, Jim got some uncomfortable news regarding some cancer that he hoped he didn't have. And unfortunately, it's a little bigger than he can take care of right now. And so we're going to turn this over to God in prayer, and we'll see what we can do about it. And be of good cheer, Jim. This is not a death sentence.
I have something I'll tell you.
Please.
My prayer has been that God would hold my hand through this, regardless of what it has, and give me some good feelings. And He has done that. My prayer's been answered, and I've been very calm for the last few days, and it's just been wonderful.
And we've been praying for you, and this is very serious. I want everybody to know that. And it's very serious. But I wrote a sermon for you today. So
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. It's my joy to do that as your friend and as your pastor. So Jim and of course Virginia, I know this weighs hard on your heart too, so we'll be praying for you as well. Now, we have travel mercies, of course. We still have our students to come back. A few families are still over in the Middle East, although I think they're on their way back as we speak, aren't they?
Yes, they'll get home 11.
So they're
11.
probably in Heathrow right now, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Okay. For those of you from Rio Linda, that's an airport in London. Let's see. All right. Yes.
Continued healing for Matthew Nicholas.
Right, and again, for those of you that know this, I found out a day later, Matthew and Nicholas were coming back from Darren's parents in Corydon, or that area, right?
From Mitchell, yeah.
Or from Mitchell. And did you see the accident?
Yeah, we're coming right behind.
Yeah, you came up upon the boys when a two-car accident. The boys, the young men, are fine, although Matthew Wright broke his wrist and had 14 stitches and was lifeline to Indianapolis on a helicopter, but he's fine. So yes, we'll continue that, okay? Anyone else? All right. We have some loving to do and some praying to do, and we'll get to that now. Let us turn our attention to prayer. Gracious and heavenly God, this is a perfectly good day that you've given us. Nice and warm, crops are growing, life is continuing. We're fine. And so it is that we come to you in our fineness, simply giving thanks to you for your comfort, your presence in our lives. We give thee thanks for the gift of Jesus Christ, who indeed is real, who indeed is not make-believe, who indeed really walks with us, who indeed really talks with us, and takes us through those difficult times that we find ourselves, as well as the joyful times. For many in this fellowship, there are joyful times. Friends have been vacationing overseas, they've been on adventure trips, they've studied abroad,
They've had wonderful, wonderful summers, and we rejoice that they have done so. And we give thee thanks that you have been with those people. Others in this fellowship have had wonderful and good summers as well, yet also summers that have been difficult. I think of my mother, who is in a very difficult situation now, and ask that you abide with Beth. I ask that you abide with my friend and our friend Jim McCartney and his family, be with his daughter and his sister, be with the whole McCartney clan. I want to thank you for the Swansons, for overseeing their good friends and praying for them and guiding them. I thank you for the deacons and their work. And I thank you for the love of this fellowship that will now take care of Jim and Virginia through this interesting time. Let none of them be afraid. That is my prayer. Gracious and heavenly God, we thank you for delivering Matthew and Nicholas from the jaws of disaster. I'm grateful that their injuries were very minor, and ask that they heal soon, quickly, and well, and continue their studies at IU. We lift up to you Vicki as the baby continues to mature. We ask that the baby be healthy and strong. And we ask for the conclusion of this pregnancy to be fine. Ask blessings upon your friend and our friend Sun Young, as she has not felt well this last summer. A blessing and an anointing upon her and her family. I'm grateful that she is part of this church. Gracious and heavenly God,